mirror, see the history in the glass. Deep obsidian, the vision that was built to last. The Queen of Sheba had a son with skin like mine. Polished ebony, reflecting every holy sign. My DNA is happy with the weight of victory, tracing back the lineage to the prophets and the kings. I don't just walk the earth, I claim the crown of trade with the wisdom of the ages, keeping up my head. Royalty and everything is divine. The heavens and the earth. The heavens and the earth. My skin like Solomon. My head applies along. My skin like Solomon. The glory that you can't deny. Crown on my scalp, every coil is a spiral stair. Reaching for the atmosphere, the spirit in my hair. It grows toward the sun, it never wants to settle down, defying every burden, yes, keeping up the ground. I'm the architect of rhythm and the soul of every sound. From the valley to the summit, see the grace that I found. Built from the dust, but I was finished in the stars. Carrying the hill, and even when I show the scars. Royalty, everything is the mind. Royalty, the heavens and the earth. Royalty, the heavens and the earth. The line, my skin like Solomon. My head applies a line. My skin like Solomon. The glory that you can't deny. I see the lineage in the palm of my hand. The master narrative, the way it was planned. From the gold of the temple to the salt of the sea. I am the fruit of the evergreen tree. Destiny calling me home. Royalty, everything is divine. Royalty, the heavens and the earth. Royalty, the heavens and the earth. The line, my skin like Solomon. My head applies the law. My skin like Solomon. The glory that you can't deny.
This the book of Job, chapter 11 and 14. If iniquity be in thy hand, put it far away, and let not wickedness dwell in thy tabernacles.
I caught a demon in my house and cast it out on sight. That's why they hate on Yasharala, cause we shine that bright. Them other nations in the dark and we the children of light. Yeah, we the salt of the earth and yeah, we breaking the curse. And we rehearse the righteous acts cause we ain't trying to get murked. And yeah, this truth is gonna heal you, but at first it gon' hurt. That's why you see us in the field putting in laborers work. Feet in the block with that manna that came from heaven with mirth. We lit like frankincense. Yeah, we them ancient men. We lit like 7 candlesticks. Confess my faults, no secret sin. They on the outside looking in, peeping in, peeking in. They thinking about sneaking in, but we perceive thoughts. And obey what we been taught. Okay, my riches stored in heaven. I don't lock it in a vault. Standing on my father's business. Yeah, I walk it how I talk. Against the rulers of the darkness of this world, I done fought and knocked them out. With my sword, about to cut their heads off. They put up Planned Parenthood, but couldn't cut the eggs off. So we scramble up their brains while they drunk off eggnog. Babylon was Big Wolf, now it's just a dead dog. America, the mother of harlots. The saints gon' take the kingdom, that's gon' happen regardless. Yeah, how was Shy coming, garment like red carpet. Brought this truth to their ear, but they still didn't hearken. I caught a demon in my house and cast it out on sight. That's why they hate on Yasharala, cause we shine that bright. Them other nations in the dark and we the children of light. Yeah, we the salt of the earth and yeah, we breaking the curse. And we rehearse the righteous acts cause we ain't trying to get murked. And yeah, this truth is gonna heal you, but at first it gon' hurt. That's why you see us in the field putting in laborers work. Feet in the block with that manna that came from heaven with mirth.
Yasha, Allah, Yada, Awa, Abba. Now the wicked in me dwelling, can't invite them to me cops. This a different service, sir. We be feeling hurting, not on purpose. You telling the realest verdict. You heard me, Yasha, the attorney. From Rashana, Johnny, Cochran, Judah, follow the dot. America moving kinda Sodom. I think we got a problem. Never did no Gucci, nor the Balenciaga. But keep the sword for that beef. This Nehemiah when Benny Hanna. Got my apocrypha, Phantoms of the Opera. Revelation 2 and 9. It's toxic to imposters. One is out locked up. Ain't that how they brought us? The sinners and slave owners. Ain't that they forefathers? Take a breath, the labor is set. The scripture, the plug. Let's pray, all connect. Keep our all haters, yep, I bet I make them sweat. 12 tribes, 12 gates, going Cajun on the flesh.
Caught a demon in my house and cast it out on sight. That's why they hate on Yasharala, cause we shine that bright. The mother nations in the dark and we the children of light. Yeah, we the salt of the earth and yeah, we breaking the curse. And we rehearse the righteous acts cause we ain't trying to get murked. And yeah, this truth is gonna heal you, but at first it gon' hurt. That's why you see us in the field putting in laborers work. Feet in the block with that manna that came from heaven with mirth.
Y'all rap, we laboring, that's what they savoring, that Torah dressing. And with the boasting in the flesh, my Abba do the flex.
Iron sharpens iron.
I need no more. I'm a child of the Most High. And you the devil, the Bible speaks of. Set my people free.
Go. Stop. Oh. Stop. Hold on. I gotta move real quick. Oh, shit. Move.
Always walking out the tools. When the military come, they gonna be asking you for food. We in Babylon, it's all these crayon colors too. The tanks look like Megatron, the cars is really cool. Before you look up in the sky, see it's blue. See that fire in the clouds, ain't nobody. Look around the places, all these faces looking new. Everybody shot. Go. The heat gonna be fervent. in the oven or a furnace. Maybe so to earth melt everything on some shit. Fire money. The red service ingredient was purchased. Think we go up we serve this purpose. Nations that devour us should eat up their own flesh. Watch your eyeballs, the song process. Every other soul disruption process. Seeing people scream, knows not a dream, not a dream. In the war interrupts your live stream, Black Messiah, who redeems. Stutters and prophets go face the guillotine. Go, 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 go. The boss go, 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 go. Let the boss go, 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 let's go, 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 let's go, let the boss go, 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 let's go, 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 go.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Welcome to another Tuesday class with HOI. Iron sharpens iron. Today we're going to talk about the hidden truth. We're going to just start off by blessing the class with the Lord's Prayer. So everybody face the ease. Call Allah Yahweh Bashem Mashak Rahashah. Akamala, Shabashim Mayim, Kadash, Ayah, Shanta, Yahweh, Malakaka, Tabaa, Ratazaka, Ayah, Aisha, Baratazak, Bawa, Ayah, Bashamayim, Nakalanawa, Lakam, All, Yawam, Wastakalanawa, Kapalakalanawa, 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 Balaa, Dabalanawa, Banakawan, Abal, Awashayanawa, Mayam, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahazakara, Alaya Lamia, man. Con. So we're going to start off, man, with today, because it's talking about some hidden truth in these fraternities and sororities that our people get tricked into joining and not understanding what they are signing up for. A lot of times, the enemy bamboozles us by teaching us false meanings of what things really represent, or they give you the half truth. They don't give you the full truth. They dangle the little small things where they think it's eye-catching and eye-candy towards you, but never give you the full truth. What we're going to start off with is first is talking about, just quickly and brief, what is a fraternity and sorority, which goes by we're specifically talking about the Divine Nine. Divine Nine, because it's more fraternity sororities at colleges and more so HBCUs. But we're going to talk about the Divine Nine and what that means. And the quick just definition of what that means is the Divine Nine refers to the 9 historical Black Greek letter fraternities and sororities that make up the National Pan-Hellenic Council. These organizations were founded in the early 20th century to provide support and leadership opportunities for African-American students on college campuses, particularly during a time when they were excluded from other Greek organizations. So, Greek organizations have been around. And our people was excluded from these things. And we always like to be special. We always like special stuff. So that's how the enemy sometimes trick us. Is he dangles something, you may be like, oh, this is exclusive. But it's exclusive on the wicked side. So our people always want to be a part of stuff, so we want to be a part of the exclusive things on the wicked side. Because just a brief thing, that's how he even did with so-called certain dietary laws. They want to go too far, but when he talked about shrimp, crab, and lobster, he make it a delicacy, even though we know it's bottom feeders. even though we know that that is horrible food for our body, that they're here to clean up the ocean. He make it a delicacy, and that's what attracts us to it. We're attracted to things that we don't, that it maybe it's like, yeah, popular or special, that we think is special. So that's how he tricks us as well. But first thing we're going to just start talking about within this lesson is you serving other gods, and you might not know it. Because also, too, what that article didn't mention, the fraternity is supposed to have been built on Christian customs and the Bible. That's what they tricked them to as well, which we'll get into a little later. They're supposed to be based on Christian customs and the Bible. But how are you based on the Bible when you don't serve the God of the Bible and everything you do is anti the Bible? Everything they do and everything we're going to bring out within this lesson is anti the Bible. But they trick you talking about you getting closer to God. And this is on Christian principles. So we're just going to just start with the first precept. We're going to start with Exodus 20 and verse number 3, which is the classic, one of the commandments we all know. And brother, you can bring it out when you get it, Bubba Kashawn. Are you on mute, King?
You hear me now?
Come on, King.
Kind. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
That's plain upon table. Most High God, Yahweh said, thou shalt have no other gods before me. And you don't understand that you're getting tricked to serve other gods by joining these fraternities and joining these sororities.
That's right.
There's some things that they'll never tell you. Some things that they'll never touch on. And this is why our God is mad at us. This is how he's mad at our people. That's why certain things has happened to us. So we're going to just touch on the count of what happened to us when we continue to go off. Let me get that in the book of Deuteronomy 29 verse 24, starting at 24. We're going to read down to 27.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29 and verse 24, and it reads, even all nations shall say, wherefore hath the Lord done thus unto this land? What meaneth the heat of this great anger? Verse 25. Then men shall say, because they have forsaken the covenant of the Lord God of their fathers, which he made with them when he brought them forth out of the land of Egypt. Verse 26. For they went and served other gods and worshiped them, gods whom they knew not, and whom he had not given unto them. Verse 27. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against this land, to bring upon it all the curses that are written in this book.
That's how we come. Together, living out these curses. And one of them is serving another God. Because if you don't serve the Most High God, y'all, with everything in you, serving another God.
That's right.
Even if it's self-worship, because you don't think yourself is God. If you're not giving your whole 100% to the Most High God, you're giving something to another and you serving them. It's either all or none. And this is why the Lord have anger towards us and our people. Because we forsake his way. We forsake the things, the covenant that he gave to us. And if we don't do everything with him, we're doing something of another God. Or another, another God, man. And this is why these things is constantly happening to our people that we don't know and we don't understand. Because one thing the Lord said, and again, everything he says is true, but this shows again that it's nothing new under the sun, man. What we doing today, stuff we did in the past. We got to start repeating the curses. So we can start and we can get to repeating the blessings we once had. Like, start repeating the curses so we can start back repeating the blessings and get back to what we need, man. And let's bring out that one account on just showing how these things has already been happening. We got to learn from our mistakes, because everything that happened in the Bible, everything happened in the past, it was happening supposed to be for an example of things to do and things not to do. Learn to do it now. So we're going to go to the book of Judges, chapter 2, starting at 10 to verse number 13, King.
All right, this is the book of Judges, chapter 2 and verse 10. It reads, "And also all their generation were gathered unto their fathers, and there arose another generation after them, which knew not the Lord, nor yet the works which he had done for Israel." Verse 11. "The children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord and served Balaam." Verse 12. "And they forsook the Lord God of their fathers, which brought them out of the land of Egypt, and followed other gods, of the gods of the people that were round about them, and bowed themselves unto them, and provoked the Lord to anger." Verse 13. "And they forsook the Lord and served both Ashtoreth."
Not to be doing. I don't know who told us wrong, but evil ain't good, man. It ain't good. And see, people think when they say bow to the Most High, when they say you've been bowing to other gods, they think, okay, you have to be getting on your knees and worship. No. If you saying they chants, if you doing their hand signals, if you doing the walking around in the circles, if you doing any type of custom of them, that's bowing to them. That's serving them. It don't have to actually mean that you got on your knees and bowed to them. You living their customs out. You're serving them. You're serving them. And that's where the problem comes in, man. That's why we're in the conditions we are in. Because we want to do everything in the sense popular, but in the world sense. When is we going to fully do what's popular in the Lord's eyes? When are we going to get that 100%? Because we go too hard for wickedness. Too hard for wickedness and not for good. So this is the show too, man. Our brothers and sisters that's in these fraternities and sororities, maybe some information that they're not even privy to, that they've been hearing from. It's time to do more research. It's time for you to look more in deep into what's going on. Because even saying that it's on a Christian principle, but it's a Greek fraternity, that's an oxymoron in itself. Like, come on. That's an oxymoron in itself. That's right. You're a Greek fraternity, but you built on Christian principles. How? How? But we're going to just go into this first video to give awareness, even who your God is and who you're serving when you join these things. You can bring out that first video, King.
What gods or deities are associated with Greek fraternities and sororities in the Divine Nine? Number 1, Alpha Phi Alpha. The deity and god connected to Alpha Phi Alpha is the Sphinx and Horus. The Sphinx is a mythical creature in Egyptian, Asian, and Greek mythology. In Egypt, it is associated with the sun god Ra. Horus is an Egyptian sky god. Number 2, Alpha Kappa Alpha. The gods and goddesses connected to Alpha Kappa Alpha are Atlas, Themis, and Katesh. Atlas is a Greek god and is depicted on the crest of Alpha Kappa Alpha. Themis is a Greek Titan goddess mentioned in rituals. Katesh or Kadesh is the Semitic fertility goddess of Canaan/Syria or Samaria, associated with beauty, love, and lust. This is an informal association. Number 3, Delta Sigma Theta. The goddess connected to Delta Sigma Theta is Minerva. Minerva is a Roman goddess of wisdom and war. She is depicted on Delta's crest and is mentioned in rituals. Number 4, Iota Phi Theta. The deity connected to Iota Phi Theta is the centaur. Centaurs are Greek mythical creatures, often known for savagery, drunkenness, and violence, especially sexual violence. The centaur Chiron is considered a symbol of wisdom. Number 5, Kappa Alpha Psi. The gods connected to Kappa Alpha Psi are Apollo, Ares, and Thoth. Apollo is a Greek god of the sun and light, mentioned in rituals. Ares is a Greek god of war and battle, also referenced in rituals. Thoth is an Egyptian moon god of wisdom, magic, and other domains. Number 6, Omega Psi Phi. The goddess and god connected to Omega Psi Phi are Shekinah and Anubis. Shekinah, also known as Asherah, Ashtoreth, or Astarte, is a female goddess spirit in Kabbalah, Merkava mysticism, and Gnosticism. Omega rituals refer to the spirit of Omega as female in nature. Anubis is an Egyptian god of the dead, often depicted with the head of a jackal or dog. Number 7, Phi Beta Sigma. The goddess and god connected to Phi Beta Sigma are Pallas Athena and Horus. Pallas Athena is a Greek goddess of wisdom and war. Horus is an Egyptian sky god. Number 8, Sigma Gamma Rho. The goddess connected to Sigma Gamma Rho is Aurora. Aurora is a Roman goddess mentioned in their rituals. Number 9, Zeta Phi Beta. The deity and goddess connected to Zeta Phi Beta are Archon and Batet. Archon is a demon or underworld ruler in Gnosticism. Batet is an Egyptian cat-headed goddess, often informally associated with Zeta. Zeta's pledges are frequently referred to as kittens. All organizations with hazing are connected to the god Set. Set or Seth is an Egyptian god of war, disorder, violence, pain, and the desert. Many Greek organizations use the term Set for underground hazing activities. Additionally, the phrase crossing the burning sands refers to the transition from a pledge to a full member. The gods associated with Greek-lettered organizations, including BGLOs and many others, stem from ancient polytheistic religious systems in areas such as Babylon, Egypt, Kemetism, Greece, Hellenism, and Rome. While the names may differ by region, the same devil is behind all false deities, and it is not merely symbolism. When joining these organizations or any secret society, one is coming into agreement, approval, and covenant with any and all false gods associated, which is forbidden in the true Christian faith. If you are a professing Christian, consider examining and pondering several things. Why are there false gods incorporated into these organizations? Based on God's word, wouldn't this be offensive to him? Why are you comfortable giving respect, homage, and adoration to any false god through rituals, clothing, ceremonies, amongst other things? Exodus 20 verse 3 says, "You shall have no other gods before me." Matthew 6 verse 24 says, "No one can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or he will be devoted to the one and despise the other."
See, come on, man. If that didn't take me to go dig up in some archives and rocket science me to figure that out, but our people don't know who they serving. You don't know what you getting into. But that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. Because information is out here. It's already out here. You don't know exactly what you getting into and what you doing, and you serving these other guys, and you wonder why things ain't working.
That's right.
You wonder why stuff not working, man. You serving all your enemy gods instead of the one true God who wants you and can lead you to righteousness, man. That's our problem at this point, man. And that's why I felt like this could be good information for our people to understand, because not only for people that's in fraternities and sororities, but we got family members in it. Most of us gonna have children and don't let your child go to college. No, you need to tell them about these things early, because they're gonna try to entice them to be a part of this. So we gotta be able to be more equipped on what the devil tactics are. Be more equipped on what the devil's doing. Because serving other gods never helped us. Let's bring that out in Baruch, King. Let's get to Baruch. Let's get back to some scriptures too. Baruch 1 and 20. And we're gonna read the 22.
The book of Baruch, chapter 1 and verse 20. And it reads, wherefore the evils cleaved unto us, and the curse, which the Lord appointed by Moses his servant at the time that he brought our fathers out of the land of Egypt, to give us a land that floweth with milk and honey, like as it is to see this day.
Hold on right there. That's what we're supposed to be trying to strive to get. The land that flows with milk and honey. This is what the Lord promised us. This is part of the covenant. This is what we're supposed to be seeking. Like, not a land that's with embarrassment or evil. Like, not a land with blood. Milk and honey is what we're supposed to be striving to get. But what do we do, King? Keep going. What are we doing today?
21. Nevertheless, we have not hearkened unto the voice of the Lord our God, according unto all the words of the prophets whom he sent unto us. Verse 23 and verse 22. But every man followed the imagination of his own wicked heart, to serve strange gods and to do evil in the sight of the Lord our God.
We turned it down milk and honey and greatness. I'm just gonna keep it PG, but for manure, honestly. Like, you know what I'm saying? We turned it down to greatness for the bottom barrel. Because we know the heart is the most deceitful thing. So you find the imagination of your own wicked heart. And you serve strange gods. Because another thing, which I won't get into today, but when you look up them gods that they serving, they definitely strange. Pedophilia, homosexuality, all type of wickedness and madness. When you go deep into what they kind of represent, man. They strange for multiple reasons. Yeah, strange because the Lord don't know them and don't care for them. And you shouldn't either. But the things they do is strange as well. And this is who you choosing to serve. And we wondering why homosexuality is growing so rapidly in our communities and with our people. We wonder why our people are so bugged out with madness and different things. We wonder why these things is happening. We wonder why, because I'm not going to touch Yeah. Romans 10 and 2, real fried. Baba Kashar.
The book of Romans, chapter 10 and verse 2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge.
They got a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. You going hard as ever. But let me tell you, you're going hard the wrong way. Like, you going hard as ever, but ain't nobody told you going hard the wrong way. That's right. It's like you going hard as ever to see who can reach death faster. That's it. That's what you're chasing. Ain't nobody told you that. But that's the reality of it. Because the Lord told you, put before you life and death, blessings and curses. Ain't no other options. So if you're not chasing his ways, which is life, the law, statutes, commandments, then you're chasing death. And you're trying to see who can get the Because we got the book of Mark, chapter 8 and verse 36.
Book of Mark, chapter 8 and verse 36.
You can get things, but what's the price that you're paying for them? Is it worth it?
The book of Mark, chapter 8 and verse 36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?
What was the purpose of it? You got the whole world, but your soul gone. You got men walking this earth, you can't even look him in the eyes because you're in submission to him forever. And isn't that what slavery did to us? So now they're just using us as slave our own people. Same tactics, man. Same tactics. Because we don't understand that we still in war. This is war tactics. Because one thing I dislike with my people at times, and I just like the thinking of it, of my people, is it ain't that deep. Damn it, it is that deep. If you don't think it's that deep, you don't know your enemies. You don't know the measures that they'll go to keep you in slavery and keep you mentally away from your God, man. Keep you from your covenant. Keep you from the ways and the things that was promised to you. You don't know that. So you're trying to chase the profits of this whole world. We was told not to get away from the world. We was told that the world was enmity for God. Whoever loves the world don't love God, roughly paraphrasing. We was told that. We was showed that. So you chasing, trying to get things in this world, you're going to lose your whole soul for that. Like, it don't make sense. You chasing things that's not valuable. We was told to lay up our riches in the kingdom. Not in the world. It's crazy, even with this precept, how you gained the whole world in a sense, but lost everything. You gained the whole world, but lost everything. But lost everything, man. We're going to go into another little clip of because I wanted to show even from a fraternity, which is a brother, and then we're going to go into a sorority. But let me get one more precept, and then we're going to go into that video. Give me Psalms 37 and 16. Psalms 37 and 16, and then we're going to go into this other video showing even a sister. Come on. It's definitely a pipeline of Freemasonry. Because the divine nine is considered brothers and sisters. So who's the mother and daddy? Freemasons. Your Masons. Also to your, I can't even think of the name of the Eastern Stars for the girl. That's the mother. The Eastern Stars. Masons are the fathers, because y'all consider the brothers and sisters. But bring that out, King. Psalms 37:16. I got you, right? Brother Kashan. The book of Psalms, chapter 37, and verse 16. The little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. Y'all can get everything of wickedness. Y'all still ain't more righteous and better than us.
That's right.
You know, it's a crazy thing that some people are so poor, all they have is money. Say it again. Some people are so poor, all they have is money. Because you done got it off the wickedness, so it don't mean nothing. The little things we have in righteousness is way better than anything in any amount you can ever have in wickedness. Because we land up our treasures in the kingdom and not here on this world. So we're just going to get into these, a couple clips too, with this sister that's going to break out some old points, man. Because you got to give it to our people raw. You got to give it to our people straight. Like, this ain't no game. And I specifically did this because there's a lot you can go in with these topics, with this particular topic, that I ain't even touch on. And maybe we do a part 2 down the line if it's necessary for the community. But I want to just touch on people that been in there and denouncing and they testimonies and the things that they've been through. You hearing it from their mouth. Like, you hearing it from them. And that's what we gonna touch on today. So we just gonna play the other clip, King, real quick. Bubba can show the first clip.
And so then you end up meeting with your DP and your ADP. That's Dean of Pledges and that's Assistant Dean of Pledges. These are members of the chapter, right? And so you end up meeting with them, and then they end up telling you how the underground process is going to go. Because remember, we already met with them, and they told us how the above ground process. So now they end up telling you what's going to happen in the underground process. All this stuff you need to get: sweatpants, white T-shirts, white bra, white panties. I'm talking about, like, honestly, y'all, the stuff that we're finna talk about, we're finna go through is straight up witchcraft. This would be the same stuff that if you were sitting and doing a ritual in witchcraft, it would be the same stuff that you would be wearing. The same stuff that you would be wearing, like white bra, white panties, you know what I mean? All same color tennis shoes, same color everything, all that. And so you're going through all this, and then they're talking to you, and they're trying to, like, feel you out to see if you gonna get hazed, you gonna pledge, or you not gonna pledge, all this stuff like that. And I'm only speaking for my chapter, y'all, by the way. I can't speak for every other chapter. That means different chapters at each school. So I'm only speaking about what happened with me. And I'm not talking about my lines. I'm not talking about none of them. I'm talking about my experience, just because I don't want to tell nobody else's story. But we will expose, because some people on here, they're finna come out of that tonight. So in Jesus' name. So yeah, so you meet with the ADP, you meet with the DP, and then they talking about, oh, we finna do this, do that. The next second, you know, all the line sisters, or not line sisters, sorry, all the big sisters, they show up to where y'all at. And then they start harassing you, this, that, and the third, cursing you out, and then they blindfold you. They blindfold you, and they put you in a car. We have gone to the point where literally anybody or whatever. And then when you get blindfolded and put in the car, you're taking location, because basically with the underground process, they have these things called set. Okay, set is when, okay, how do I explain? So you're a college student, right? Throughout the day, you have class. But right after class, the actual above ground process would start around 6 p.m. And that's when you would go, you would learn about the history of Delta, all this stuff, you know, normal things above ground with the advisor. But at 10 o'clock, you headed to set. Set is when they finna beat this information into you. And if you don't know the information that you're needed to know, you're going to just go through the worst things that you can imagine. And so they're explaining this process. So mind you, we just had the official process, right, where we met everybody online and all that in the school. Now we're off the campus, and now we're meeting, and they're talking to us about the underground process and what you're going to go through and what it's going to look like. So, yeah, they blindfold you. They take you to, I don't know, I think we was behind like a Kroger building, like something crazy. And then that's when the big sisters started lining you up, because you can line up in high order, but if a big sister that has your number don't like you, she gonna move your number, because that's how it is. So they start lining you up, and then they start intimidating you. You know what I'm saying? Like bucking at you. You know, they do these things called smile wipes, which basically they slap you in the face if you like smiling or you smirking, whatever. It's like they gonna beat this stuff into you. You understand? Like it's really gang type behavior. You know, you're terrified. You know, in the beginning, you really are. Now, you're going to put on this face like you with it, but you're really terrified. And then they tell you that you need to go home, you need to figure this out, you need to figure that out. And so, anyways, each night, it starts with the set process. So, the big sisters will tell you to meet them at a certain location. And the reason that they tell you to do that is because they're not supposed to know where you're living. So if they find out that you're living at this location, they'll all show up and start harassing you. And so you have to find a place that you're not like that they don't know where you live in, and to live in that spot. And they can't find you. Like if they follow you to your place and they find out that y'all live in there, they come through, they ransack it, and then you have to leave, because wherever you're living, that's like your place of peace, right? They can't really harass you, because all throughout the day, you're doing nothing but just like running errands. So that means that you're with another line sister, another person that you're pledging with, and you're running errands. And what that looks like is just basically using you. You're going to get them food. You're going to get their dry cleaning. You're going like, basically they make you give them a copy of your schedule at school. And so they know the breaks that you have. You know what I mean? And so what it looks like is I was the number 9. So the 9s that came in the line like before me, that pledged before me, they would be the ones that would be on me, like calling and stuff, and they would have my number. They would have like, you know, if you did something or if they felt that you talked to them disrespectful, if you didn't call them big sister, you got to write 5-page long papers talking about how you're disrespectful. It was just a lot. It was a lot. Like, you have to go get them food. They don't care if you don't have money. They don't care whatever. You got to go get their dry cleaning. On top of that, you got to go do house visits. So house visits is like when you go meet up with big sisters that are just in town. It's you and like 2 or 3 other people with you. And mind you, you could never be by yourself. If they ever caught you on campus by yourself, they would kidnap you. Like on top of that, like not even the Deltas, but like if the Qs, which was the brother fraternity of us, caught us, they could kidnap us. And then they would have to call your license. They would have to come get you. Like, they could do whatever, you know what I mean, to you. Like, you know, you have to get in the cut, which I mean, like, take licks. Everything. They smile wipe you. They do this thing where they make you sit in Delta chair, which is basically like squats. They sit on you. They spit on you. They hit, you know, spit on your hair. Yeah. Yeah. Like, for real. They do all that. I mean, some of the stuff that we had to do at set, I mean, the most demeaning, disgusting stuff that you could ever imagine. We would do this thing called Delta Apple, where we would literally all take and bite out of an onion and like pass it to each other. You know, we would eat dog food. We would eat, what else? How else you know, they would like, if one of the girls on the line had like the prettiest hair, they would ruin it. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like ruin it. You know what I mean? Now, what else? You know, pushing, shoving, smacking, hitting. You know what I mean? You would have to take wood. Wood is where, you know, they got the big paddles. You would have to get in the position, and they would just tag you in, tag you out. You know, that kind of environment. If one of your sisters was like struggling, or fallen, like you would have to go and help them and like sit underneath them. And if you didn't help them, like they would like push and shove you. They try to get in between your line because when you're in set, you're like locked up like this. And so they pushing and shoving, they throwing you down. They, you know, but you could defend your line system, but you could never like hit them or do anything like that. If you ever got an attitude because of something that they did to you, it's over with for you. You know, and what they would do would be manipulation. So they wouldn't necessarily punish you. They would punish somebody else that's not doing something because of you. And so you would sit there and watch your line sister go through it. You know what I mean? Like, and I mean through it. And it could be on the smallest thing. It could be the fact that you didn't say big sister before their name. It could be at the fact that you didn't know, you know what I mean, the founders, or you didn't know the past national presidents, or you didn't know 3 lines back, folks that crossed it. I crossed in 2007, so folks that crossed in 2000. You know what I mean? It could be anything. And mind you, you're at set from 10 p.m. to 3, 4 a.m. in the morning. And then you got to get up and go to class. And on top of that, at our school, they had what you was called a natural process. So, like, you basically had to wear suits all day, and then you couldn't wear any makeup, and you couldn't have any weave in your hair. So you looked horrible. And I'm telling you, everybody in class knew you was in line. I mean, I got called out in the middle of class where a professor looked at me and was like, "Are you okay? Are you all right?" Like, even if I showed you like the pictures of me online, you would like take me to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? You you know what I'm saying? It's like Get Out, like the movie Get Out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just look at like, please help me. You know what I mean? But you know, it could be anything. It was so much manipulation where it's like, you walked across the grass, if you went in the cab to eat, if anybody saw you, if anybody from another fraternity or sorority, they saw you, it was like you was finna get it. You was finna get it. And let's not even talk about other chapters coming to like basically visit you. Oh no, they finna show out because they got other chapters and they trying to show out how, let me tell you how hard this line is. Basically, like how much we can degrade them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had to crack an egg and like pour the egg into each other's mouth from our mouth. I'm talking about like the most demeaning stuff that you could ever imagine. And then you want to sit up here and say this is Christian principles. It's no way in the world that you can sit up here and say that.
All of that, King.
Majority of us.
Look at that. It's Christian principles to break our people down like this, to degrade them like that. Again, they say they about Christian, they're about the Bible, but everything they do is anti the Bible. Everything they do is against it.
That's right.
You gotta put an egg in your mouth and transfer it through the whole line without using your hands, just with your mouth. And not just the egg itself, the yolk. You have to crack the egg, put it in your mouth and transfer it through the whole line. That's degrading and that's homosexuality, bro. That's come on, man. Like, and then even look too with the sister, the brothers gotta bend down and grab their ankles, but the sister stand in the masculine pose like a squat and get patted. That's what they switching agendas. Why the men come out more feminine and the women try to come out more masculine. These are hidden things and hidden agenda, man, that our people are going through and experience. And they're not told about these things. They don't know about these things. They going into it blindly because they thinking it's a brotherhood and a sisterhood and you're going to get connections and you're going to be able to always have a job and all these things that you get sold on. But that you don't know. And they can't say that I'm telling the tale because I was told those things. Man, look at the history of this. Look at all the people that came before you that been a part of this thing. Look at the connections we have. Look at the network we'll have that you'll be a part of forever. Yeah, but you ain't never said nothing about this. You never once brung out anything about this. Eating dog food, getting spit on. Other people come, they showing out. They going even harder. Like, look how much I can degrade them. And the sad part too, which I'm not gonna bring out more over here, but even with this sister, she brought it out, and the brother did too, is what made them even more in repentance is because hurt people start hurting people. So when the other line come through, you go even harder now doing it to them. You pass the trauma on. It just gets worse and worse. That's why we had the brother, I forgot exactly what college he was at, that died online. He gets killed going through these things, dying online, because people they're going harder and harder. Well, you went hard on me like this, so I'm gonna go even worse on them. I'm gonna go even harder on them.
That's right.
Like, this is what our people are doing, man. You can go back to a king and you can play the clip starting at 36:04 and then go to 38. So just a 2-minute window. 36:04 to 38:41. Because a lot of people need to hear these testimonies and hear these things and see these things, man.
Keep under wraps this level of darkness. You will be judged by this stuff. And we haven't even gotten into the oaths that we take. We haven't even gotten into the stuff that we said. We haven't even gotten to the fact that you claim to be a Christian organization, but we sitting here with Minerva on the crest, which is a Greek goddess. But you're talking about Christian principles. You're not even talking about the altars that we kneeled in front of when we was doing all of our ceremonies, when we were doing all of our rituals. Pledging our life to Delta Sigma Theta. Like literally, our chant is all of my love, my peace, and happiness I give to Delta Sigma Theta. I don't give that to nobody but Jesus Christ. Nobody. And that's just what it is. Like, my loyalty with God, the first commandment says, thou shalt love the Lord your God with all your heart and have no other gods before you. I have no other gods before Jesus Christ. He's number one in my heart. And that means what it looked like when I was in the world was my loyalty was to these things, right? To the world, to my family, to Delta, to everything else. But the second I became born again, my loyalty now lies in Jesus Christ. That means that everything he doesn't like, I don't like. Everything that hurts him hurts me. Everything that's not okay with him is no longer okay with me. And it says that anybody who will seek to keep their life will lose it. But anybody who will lose their life for my sake shall gain it. And I'm telling you right now, people are heading to an eternity of hell. And you think I'm going to go to hell for you? Nah, it ain't never going to happen. I don't care about you. I don't care about how you feel. I don't care about these little stupid secret handshakes and stuff that you're trying to keep under wraps. Why? To make yourself seem like you was hard? No, we wasn't hard. We were deceived. We were deceived. You understand? So like this issue is so serious that God is number one. God is number one. And as believers, we are called to righteously judge our fruit. And you can't tell me that if Jesus was sitting right there in front of you, that you would be okay doing those things in front of him. Because none of us would. He hates idolatry. He hates it. Majority, he can't stand idolatry.
What if you could potentially get paid 6 figures from empty properties on Craigslist?
The Israelites, every time they fell into idolatry, there was judgment for idolatry. It's not even funny. So don't sit up here and claim that we're on Christian principles, but then you sit up here and have this Greek goddess that's at the top of your crest that literally is your sorority emblem and who you follow after. In the above ground process, they are called the Minerva Circle, and these are the people who bring the pledges through, that she will guide you into all wisdom. Wait, what?
Pause that, King.
They're the wisdom, right?
Like she was just even bringing out fear in the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And as a matter of fact, give me Proverbs 2 and 6, King, real quick. Because look at that, man. They have the women, especially with the women, they have the women, which is that menorah circle, which all is on their collar when they pledge and stuff like that. That's the one that bring them through saying, she will give you all the wisdom. Yeah, wisdom to death quickly. So is it really wisdom? But we'll bring that out, King, real quick. Proverbs 2 and verse number 6.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 2 and verse 6. For the Lord giveth wisdom. Out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding.
So the Lord gives wisdom. Not this little group of circle of women, man. Yeah, they following the false Christ or something, but they tell me this on Christian principle. And Christian just mean a follower of Christ. But I don't know who Christ is, what y'all following. Like, and that's why people, it's for that lack of knowledge. Because our people don't understand what they're doing. Wisdom drives out evil. So if you had real wisdom, you wouldn't be inviting evil in your life. You wouldn't be opening the door wide open and say, evil, come all in. Come in sevenfold, bring it all in. Our people trying to get a completion of wisdom, of evil. Instead of wisdom. You supposed to be seeking wisdom. But you seeking out the evil things, man. Because one thing these people do as well is they go in the Bible. They take things out. And they twist it. They have you saying chat, they're supposed to say God, and they'll put their sorority name.
That's right.
They take out things directly from the Bible. In which we will see in this next little clip, in regards to, they take things specifically out the Bible. So they know the Bible is the book, man. They know the Bible is for us, and it's a spiritual thing. So they take from out of that. They don't take out the Quran. They don't take out Muslims, or they don't take out what is it, Hinduism, Buddhism, and none of that. Like, they don't take out none of that. And that's in the spirit, because I'm just going to pull that last precept to that other precept. Give me Sirach 19 and 22. Because what we think knowledge is, it's not.
You ready up?
Yeah, I'm ready, King. Bubba Kashaw.
The book of Sirach, chapter 19, verse 22. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence.
Look at that. Knowledge, that's not wisdom. Because then even the Lord say too, wisdom of this world is foolishness to him. You don't have wisdom. You don't know what wisdom is. You got the last part of that word, which is the dumb part. It ain't wisdom. You got the dumb part correct. Because you think you know something, you actually know nothing. And that's why people have to understand when we enter into these colleges and these different things. The world form of education is nothing but indoctrination. They're trying to indoctrinate on something. So yes, can you use it to get what you need in regards to this in our captivity? Yes. But you have to understand what you're fighting against. You're just using it to get past in the captivity, but you're not gaining wisdom. You're not gaining things if you don't have the foundation of the Lord at the beginning. Because now you can decipher what they're using it for and how you can use it against them and different things like that. But if you don't have the Lord as the foundation, at the root, you actually think you'll be gaining some at these colleges and universities, and you won't. You won't. You will be getting knowledge of the world. You'll be getting wisdom of wickedness, which is not wisdom with the Most High God. Message. Because when you talk to people, they think they really know something. You don't even know you're serving the wrong God, but you know something. You don't even think you're serving another God. You don't even know what your God requires for you to do. Or what do you entail? But you know something. That's the point of why people is tied into, man. You know what I'm saying? So this next clip, because I know we're going to get ready to wrap up some special so we can stay into this good timing. We're going to get to this next clip, which will go a little bit more into the ritual, but now it's going to go into the oath that she was taking, the chants they have to be saying, and different things. And they all have to do this. Now, even too, when you look into, I didn't bring it out, but even all those fraternity sorority, they have to learn the Invictus poem. Now, if you know anything about that poem, when you look at it and you read it, it's a self-worshiping poem that you're trying to put yourself as God. You saying you're the one that controls your soul. You control your destiny. They all have to learn that Invictus poem. I think it's about William Hemingway or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But they all have to learn that poem, which is another form of enchantment, of oath that you're taking. And even too, learning when they go through these chants and different things like that, man, they don't understand what they're saying and the implications of what they're doing. So we're just going to just get into this one real quick, and then we're going to get ready to wrap up pretty soon. We can start at 4130, King. And we're going to get into some things that she's going to read directly from her Delta book. Directly from her book. Go ahead, King. Go, Bashar.
Like, even if we go through all of the different things that we talked about, like, even if we go through, like, the oath, or if we go through specific things, they specifically took words out of the Bible and changed it to put Delta there. We pledge our life to thee, O Delta. Like, what are you talking about? Like, they have a Delta prayer praying to Delta. What are you talking about? It's not a religion. Every single thing that they did was unto Delta. The oaths you gave were to Delta. Literally. So how in the world can you sit up here and talk about it's not a religion? That's why you pledge the sacred vow and the sacred trust that you speak is literally that Delta Sigma Theta is a lifetime commitment. I pledge my life to it. I give a oath. I take a vow. You take even in like the oath, or what do you say, like the ritual books, where you go through this initiation process, you take an oath, and I'm actually going to go through. I'm actually going to read it. So I guess there's people saying that it wasn't like a religion.
Yeah, and I'm flipping through a book now. Talking about, this is a book I read on Freemasonry, and they break down the aspects of what a religion is. Let's see if you find yours first or if I find mine first. Because
these are some of the things that we said, okay? I do promise in the presence of the eternal spirit of truth and these finite witnesses that I will never reveal any of the secrets, passwords, signs, grips, or other confidences. I say this in the spirit of the eternal truth. I say this, right? Let's even talk about idolatry. In our national hymn, we say, Delta Sigma Theta, we rejoice in thee. Delta Sigma Theta, we pledge thee loyalty. On the side of our ritual book, it's a doctrine. Doctrine. What you talking about? Oh, because it says doctrine. Doctrine. Doctrine of what? What are you talking about? It says rituals and doctrine. How are you mad that people are exposing Delta Sigma Theta, but you're not mad that you heard God? How can you sit up here and disrespect Jesus Christ, and you gonna go this hard for a sorority, but half of y'all don't go this hard for Jesus Christ? This sorority is not finna get you into heaven, period. Deceived is an understatement. You're not finna get to heaven because you pledged Delta. Everything that we did, even when we got offline, everything was about, I'm gonna take your man, F this other sorority, you don't do it like me, this, that, and the third. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? At the end of the day, I wasn't that one even when I was in the world. And I'm definitely not that one now that I'm a Christian. And that's just what it is, right? So my main issue is, like, how can you sit up here and say these things? And I'm finna go deeper just because y'all want me to go deeper, right? So I'm finna go deeper. In Delta Sigma Theta, that's a sorority based upon Christian principles. They say we believe in a spiritual life, but we leave to the individual the selection of the medium for its outward manifestation. So you are a sorority based upon Christian principles, principles. But yet you're sitting up here saying that it don't matter what you are. You don't have to be a Christian. Like, you could serve whatever God that you want to serve.
Yeah, that's what we call universalism, which that probably comes from Freemasonry, which is also very universal, right? Mm-hmm. You can anybody can be a Freemason regardless of their religious beliefs, which in itself is a problem. Like, as Christians, we don't have the liberty to call people brothers and sisters who don't share the same faith as us. Right. So if I worship Jesus and you worship Allah, we cannot be brothers. We cannot be sisters. Like, that goes against our Bible. So if you want to do that, just know that you're no longer operating within the realm of biblical Christianity. And I think a lot of people are ignorant of that fact.
I'm going to go even further. This is what we say in our oath once we become initiated. At the initiation ceremony, it says, you seek of your own free will are about to take upon yourselves vows and obligations from which you can never be freed. They will follow you to the final judgment. What?
We can just pause it there, King.
What?
We can pause it there. So, look at that, man. Look what they say. You can never be free. They're going to take it to the final judgment. Is that we're supposed to be striving for the truth until death, right?
That's right.
Not to serve no other gods, man. Because I'm going to just cut that video short because, again, due to the time and stuff like that, just trying to keep this class pretty under the time limit. But even, too, if you ever go look at this video again, I'll put it in the chat. I'll give it to everybody that can look at it. In one of their oaths and rituals, they take the whole 1 Corinthians 13 and plagiarize the heck out of it. They take the whole 1 through 13, 1 Corinthians chapter 13, all 13 verses. They take it and plagiarize every line of it. But they have to say 13 different, but they plagiarize it and make it about Delta and make it about the sorority and fraternity, man. Like, come on, man. Let's get Matthew 6 and 24. We're just gonna kind of go through real quick.
Look at Matthew chapter 6 and verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon.
You can't serve God, man. You can't serve the world and the Most High God. You can't serve money. You can't serve God. You can't serve other gods and you can't serve the Most High. It's either or, man. Pick a side. Ain't no 95 over here and 5 over here or 80-20, none of that. It's either 100 or 0. 0 and 100, that's it. You can't serve two, man. But we stuck on the other custom ways and not the ways that the Most High God has given us. Get us 2 Maccabees 4 and 15. Because we're denying the things the Lord gave us because we're too busy doing this. 2 Maccabees 4 and 15 came up.
2 Maccabees chapter 4 and verse 15, it reads, not setting by the honors of their fathers, but liking the glory of the Grecians best of all.
Liking glory of the Grecians best of all. We love the ways of the other nation, other heathens more than our people, man. More than our people, man. Like, make it make sense, man. Make it make sense. We want to keep their ways more than the ways that the Most High God has given us, man. And due to time, I'm gonna just touch on this topic because we can touch on it more another time. Because I had another video, but we're not gonna even get into it. Because I'm gonna just finish out with a couple more scriptures. And the other video kind of touched on. You can play that video, Ak. Play that video? God. Okay, go ahead, dude. Just play that video. Let's touch into it, yeah. Because this is something else our people don't understand why these fraternities and sororities was even created as well. Like,
so from the Rothschilds to the Lee family are protected by the 9 Black Greek secret societies of Black fraternities and Black sororities. Well, in the 1969 book, The History of Sigma Pi Phi, Alpha Phi Alpha protects the Rothschilds. Kappa Alpha Psi protects the Oppenheimers. Omega Psi Phi protects the Warburgs. Phi Beta Sigma protects the Rockefellers. Iota Phi Theta protects the Astor family. Alpha Kappa Alpha protects the Bilderbergs. Delta Sigma Theta protects the Habsburg family that exists to this day. Zeta Phi Beta, another Boule secret society, protects the Sassoons, and Sigma Gamma Rho, RHO, protects the Lee family. Wait a minute now. So you have 9 Black Greek letter secret societies. And if you guys heard Kamala Harris when she was in Vegas during the campaign, to my Divine 9 sisters, what she's talking about, the Greek Pan-Hellenic.
Look at that, man. That's another reason why they created. Gatekeeping. Gatekeeping. And to protect their masters. Because that's another people you're serving. Them the other people that you consider gods that you're serving as well. That's why they go so hard to protect these families, protect these people. That's kind of how it was. The Pharisees did with Yahusha. What did they want to protect? What they had going on in Rome? They want to protect what they had going. They were scared of the Romans. Matter of fact, just put that real quick. John 11:45 to 48.
Yeah. The book of John, chapter 11, verse 45, and it reads, Then many of the Jews which came to Mary and had seen the things which Jesus did believed on him. Verse 46. But some of them went their ways to the Pharisees and told them what things Yahushua had done. 47. Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council and said, What do we? For this man doeth many miracles. Verse 48. If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him. And the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation.
So that's the gatekeeping. Because you comfortable in captivity. You comfortable being a slave. So that's even what the Divine 9 is created to. Don't touch master. Don't talk about our master. We want to keep the highest of we're the highest of the lowest. Because you ain't even really high in this society. You'll never be. But you're the highest of the lowest tier. And you want to keep that. You the crab that's sitting right there at the top of the barrel. You want to just stay with that little view. You don't want nobody to come up. You don't want nobody to contest that. It's the same thing that happened to your house. It's the same thing they said here. And he keep doing it. Everybody gonna rock with him, bro. We gonna lose out what we got going on. Ain't gonna need us no more. Same things, man. And this is why they was created. That's like even when Moses, when he said, "Hey, man," when they was in the wilderness, they like, "Man, we rather die in Egypt than to come out here and die in the wilderness." Like, come on, man. But we don't understand that, people, that we follow these false gods, we follow these false deities, we follow these false idols. And let me break the secret. We follow people that don't really even, they don't have no power. They don't have no real power. Like, none at all.
That's right.
This is my last little couple scriptures, then we're going to close it out. I got like 4 more. We're going to get to Baruch 6, which is the letter of Jeremy, 1:64 through 68.
Baruch 6, 1:64.
Come on.
All right. The book of Baruch. See Baruch 6.
It's letter of Jeremy. So
Jeremiah.
Yeah, letter of Jeremiah. Sorry. Letter of Jeremiah, 1:64.
Letter of Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 64. Wherefore it is neither to be supposed nor said that they are gods, seeing they are able neither to judge causes nor to do good unto men. Verse 65. Knowing therefore that they are no gods, fear them not. 66. For they can neither curse nor bless kings. 67. Neither can they show signs in the heavens among the heaven, nor shine as the sun, nor give light as the moon. Verse 68. The beasts are better than they, for they can go under a cover and help themselves.
Look at that. There are no gods. We shouldn't fear them. They can't give no signs in no heaven. They can't do nothing with the sun. They don't know how to make no signs and wonders. And this, he said the beasts are better than they. Aren't we over the beast? We domain on everything. But they're less than the beast. Because the beast can go under cover and help themselves. They can't hide themselves if they wanted to.
That's right.
They are more than the beast. And this is who we're choosing to follow. Like, there are no gods, man.
Finish him.
Why are we following somebody that can't do nothing? You see what I'm saying? We should fear the one not only can kill the body, but that can kill the soul in hell.
That's right.
Matthew 10:28.
The book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 28.
Yeah, we'll break it out.
And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. But rather fear him which is able to destroy the both soul and body in hell.
That's what we need to fear. Because they can't do that. They don't have the power to do that.
That's right.
Who want to look up to the little man? When it became cool for us to follow the little man now. Say it again. Like, when that became cool. When has that? Because they can't do none of this, man. But let's get this precept about what our God can do. What the Most High Yahweh can do. Let's figure out what he can do and show the difference of what they can do and what he's able to do. Now give Baruch 3:33 to 36, King.
The book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 33. He that sendeth forth light, and it goeth, calleth it again, and obeyeth him with fear.
Hold on, first of all, he's sending forth the light, and go up and call him again, and it obey him, and with fear. I didn't even know light can obey somebody, or obey, but the Most High created it all can, right? That's one thing, keep going.
The stars shine in their watches and rejoice. When he called them, they say, here we be. And so with cheerfulness, they show light unto him that made them.
I didn't know stars could speak. He called the stars. And when he called them, they say, here we be.
That's right.
With cheerfulness.
Because he made them. Our God made the light.
My skin got a story in it. Whole rose in my bones. They call me by a number, but I know my name at home. Chain on my neck with the line still lives. The way I walk and way I get. Less to the promise, that's where I fit. I've been chosen, I can feel it. Tell me who I am when the mirror won't lie. Tell me where I came from. It's written in my eyes. I was set apart long before the hurt. I saw another promise. On this earth, house of Israel, that's who I am. House of Israel, blood in the plan. Not by the label, not by the cage, ancient heritage, calling my name. House of Israel, I know the truth. House of Israel, living in you. They try to bury kings in the headlines. Tried to paint my crown in shame, but the whole world still find me. When I speak and I pray, from the fields to the blocks, still rising. Through the fire, still a sign. Every wound got a witness, every scar got a sign. I'm not lost in the crowd. I'm not here by mistake. There's a covenant on my breath, bro, that the world can't break. Tell me who I am when the mirror won't lie. Tell me where I came from. It's written in my eyes. I was set apart long before the hurt. A son of the promise on this earth. House of Israel, that's who I am. House of Israel, blood in the plan. Not by the label, not by the cage, ancient heritage, calling my name. I'm House of Israel. I know the truth. House of Israel. And if they strip the names away, I still stand on what was spoken. If the world don't see the line stays unbroken. From father to son, through the night, we remember. I was made for more than sight. I was made for the sinner. House of Israel, that's who I am. House of Israel, blood and the plan. Not by the label, not by the cage, ancient heritage, calling my name. House of Israel, I know the truth. House of Israel.